It is Thursday. I'm out in the office. After I do this vlog, I'm actually, let me see if I can pan this thing around a little bit. Well, I need to, there, okay. I'm taking my second favorite guitar and I'm going to go ahead and do a little work with it. I won't record anything today, probably. I don't know, I might. My recording equipment's up there on a shelf, and it really takes two people to do it. And only takes one person to record me playing that guitar, but it takes two people to actually record what I'm going to be doing. And I'll probably won't be able to get Matt or Mike or both to help me do that. They're really busy and they're getting ready to be busier. My best friend Jerry teaches a prophecy class on Thursday nights. We won't be doing it tonight. He's got COVID, Matt's got COVID, Mike's got COVID, and Chad, who attends, is getting over COVID, but he's out running around and working before he's fully healed. And let me tell you something, you need to be careful doing that sort of thing. I had COVID last year, and it knocked me for a loop for about 4 months. Late last year into the first 3 months of this year, it affected my hearing, and my hearing's just now back to normal. COVID is a designer virus, I think. And that's my opinion. Hope they don't remove my video today for saying that. One more strike and I'm probably permanently off YouTube. Oh well. The deal is, though, it attacks the weakest part of your body, and that is a serious problem. If you're the praying kind and watching this, I have someone I refer to as my oldest adopted son. His name's G. Dale Fullerton. Love it with my whole heart. I love his wife with my whole heart. And they're down at the emergency room in Ardmore. His wife, Andrea, has something wrong with her heart. And they're doing an investigation on that, finding out what all is wrong with her heart. So pray, if you would, that she will be okay. I've been praying for her. Benjamin is above and beyond my expectations right now. Let me explain what I mean by that. I was set to have to buy another swimming pool. We've had like 4 of them here, and he found different components and he's filling the pool again. He put 2 pumps together to make one good filter pump, and evidently it's working. He won't know until it's pretty much full to see how well it's working. I may actually get to swim tomorrow. I hope so. I hate spending money when I don't have to. I know people that are a lot younger than me that spend everything they make. They're not in my personal circle, so anybody watching this, it's not you. But one of the problems I have that has occurred in the last 3 years, people like this thinking I'm rich, wanting me to impart some money to them to help them out. I only did that on one occasion. I won't do it anymore, and here's why. And I'm not talking about close friends and family. I'm talking about friendly acquaintances is the best way to describe it. I've noticed that young people tend to live way beyond their means, and I try to advise them not to do that, and I get rebuffed and told I need to mind my own business. And this is after those individuals ask my advice on something, and I give it to them, and they don't want to hear it. That is a big problem we've got in our nation right now. People do not understand the laws of supply and demand. They don't understand do with or do without. Yeah, I'm from a different generation. I know that. But it's really troubling to me to see these young people just squander. I mean, and I do mean squander. S-Q-U-A-N-D-E-R. Look it up on Google or in an encyclopedia. I know one young woman that I've known for years, and she makes about $5,000 a month is what her income is. And she's always broke, always boo-hooing. Oh, and it's just her. There are no children, well, she has a boyfriend, no husband, and she cannot live on $5,000 a month net. Most of you watching this would be happy to have $5,000 a month net for your own personal use. I won't say where she lives, except that it is close enough I can drive to see her. I won't say what she does for a living. She does work, but she's not in the type of job that she has to dress to the nines. And she is an attractive gal. But you don't need a car that you're paying $650 a month car payments. You don't need it. You don't need the shiniest penthouse available so that you feel important, that you feel good about yourself. I know a young man that lives on far less than that. He watches these. He and his friend both do. I'm not going to name his name. He's built several $1-million houses. But I mean, a house that's worth several $1 million. He's built a lot of houses. He's run a real estate business. And he knows what he's doing. And he lives on far less than that. Plus supports his pets. And because he is conscious of reality and what it takes, he lives in one of those trailers that has an apartment in the front and a garage in the back. My friend Robert Arrington has a big channel called Deer Meat for Dinner, and his family's on the Great Roll, what he calls it. He's filming it, and he has one of those that they pull behind them, and they basically live in a giant RV. That's all, you know, but he's got a huge, nice home in Florida, don't get me wrong, but you have to be smart with your money. And that brings me to another thing I've got going on. I've got a young man that I've I served with his dad and worked with his dad. His dad's no longer with us. He's the junior, and he's wanting to buy my consulting business. Well, I'd have to sell my computers to him too, and I'm not willing to do that. And the consulting business I've got, you have to be licensed both in Oklahoma, but you also have to be licensed federally, because I cross state lines a lot electronically doing business. I spoke with my best friend Jerry earlier today, and I let him know what was going on, and he said, you think he can do it? And I said, well, first of all, he's got to know how to operate that computer and that computer, because if you have to know how, it's a forensic consulting business, and you've got to know how to be a forensic investigator. And before his dad died, his dad used to sing high praises about me, and that's fine. I didn't deserve them, I can tell you that right now. But I told Jerry that, and I've pretty much shut down. I've got 2 little jobs I'm doing right now that'll bring some money in here in about a week. And I'm looking at closing it down. It's like I told Jerry, I'm worn out. I'm tired. I absolutely do not get to spend enough time with Linda, with my sweetheart. And I'm getting ready to do something to make that possible. She and I, my wife especially, pretty much has a miserable life. She is, like me, an antique. I hate to call us that. Like Rush Limbaugh used to say, we're seasoned citizens, but she has raised her children, and now she's helping raise grandchildren, which is, and she raised 3 grandchildren, which is hard on her. It really is. But I'm rambling, and I apologize for that. I've been real reflective this morning. Let me get a sip of water. Yeah, I changed back. This is my favorite mug I've ever had. The other one's bigger behind me up there, and I drank out of it for 2 days, but that one's my favorite. And it's stoneware. The other one's stoneware too, but this one is just so comfortable. My whole hand fits through it, and that's enjoyable. Now, so what is going on here at the farm? I think Linda is with Nick and Aurora. They went to Walmart to shop for women's unmentionables, let's put it that way. And Aurora would rather Dad took her because I'm not patient. And I'm not. I hate shopping worse than anything. Just about worse than anything. I like to go in, get what I'm needing, and get out. Well, women have a tendency to love to stroll along and look at things. And that's their nature, and it gives them pleasure. Old women and young women both, most of the time. But when Jerry and I were talking, I told him, I asked how his wife's doing, and he said she's really not doing well. He's got COVID, and he's stove up and sitting in his easy chair, and his sweetheart is having to go clean rooms, run the office, and everything else that entails their business. And he needs to get her gathered up and get out of here. We're having to add a little water to Linda's Navigator every day if we drive it, They took it because it's got air conditioning, next truck doesn't. And I will be getting it'll be here Wednesday or Thursday next week, and we'll put the radiator in. But and then I've got to have my son weld the pipes back together. My son Chris, he's off yesterday and today. Tomorrow he might be back to working on Jerry's stuff. I don't know. See what happens. I don't see my other amplifier. Hang on, folks. It's there. It's just invisible. It's so dark back there. But after I get done doing this, I'll upload it, and after I get done doing that, I'm going to be sitting over there working on some chord progressions I've been thinking about. And I'll have to use that computer over there to do some things. Need to use it anyway. If you don't use something, you lose it. You know, it's like riding a bicycle. You don't, once you learn how, you don't forget, but proficiency demands that you go ahead and do it often. And I might buy me a bicycle. I've been thinking about that. One of those that's just got a big seat on it, and big tires on it. You know, 1 speed, not an 18 speed. I've been thinking about that. It probably wouldn't hurt me want to get Linda one. We could ride bicycles to get some exercise. But that pool gets done, Papa, or Popsicle as I'm now known, we'll be crawling into it and paying some attention. Now, before I go, one more thing. If you watched my short last night, I uploaded it real quick. It's me panning around our bedroom. And as I'm panning around over our bed, you'll notice some big old areas that are blotchy with chalk. If it were up to me, that would have been cleaned off and that wall would be repainted. But guess what? My wife loves her grandbabies more than anything in the world, and her grandbabies did that art on our wall standing on our bed. It is great. I love that about her. She is the most loving, giving person I know. But I tried not to be too in depth on that short. I was just testing that camera out. I've got a travel video I might edit later. I don't know. I kind of want to just get done in here and get done with some things I really want to do and then go in the house. But I also try to keep that sign right there visible when I'm doing these vlogs, because being kind is kind of my mantra, however you want to pronounce it. We all need to concentrate on being kind. It's a have-to deal, folks. These are the end times, and the very end is coming faster than anybody's going to be ready for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not tired of living. I love my life. I love my loved ones. I love my friends. But I'm ready for Jesus to come back. I love all of you. God bless you, and I mean that. And like that sign right there says, that sign right there, be kind. Bye.